Okay, we're just rolling into Auto Trim and Signs here in this complex. I've been a customer of theirs in the past. Not recently, but in the past. So I'm going to see what they have to say about what I want to do to this car. So stay tuned for that. Good day, everyone. It is Monday, the Monday after we've returned back from the United States on the Friday. My name is Gary. This is Maxximum Motors, and yeah, I've had the camera off for a little bit, and you've missed a couple of interesting things, like me falling flat on my backside. I'm gonna put up a picture of my camping chair that I've used for detailing, like doing my wheels to get down low. Last night I was here doing, the tire shine business, and it finally let go, and I went down on my butt. So that was fun. I would have loved to get it on camera because it would have broken the internet. Anyways, beyond that, I've just been farting around the unit, cleaning up the car. So the car is back, to acceptable status for now. And then you guys missed a whole bunch of stuff going on around here. One of which being this. Yep. So a delivery truck came in here while I was here. I actually washed the truck, got that ready for work tomorrow, back to work tomorrow. And a guy came in and, I had the truck parked over here, like maybe 3 feet off the side of the building. And, there's still 15, 20 foot here. And the guy was struggling to get around the truck. And I'm like, oh boy, he's new. Sure enough, he came around me. He was going to the unit, delivering to the unit beside me. They're carpenters. And backed into the building. And I'm like, you backed into the building, right? And he didn't say nothing. And, I was on the phone with the billing department for my cell phone. That's a whole other story. Not happy with them right now. And, and I go, he hit the building, right? Are you going to tell her? And he goes, well, yeah. And he took some pictures. So me being a good, I'm not a tattletale by any means, but around here at least, you can't really trust people on their word anymore, and that's sad, right? It's really sad. Oh, can you see me now? Okay. So I gave her a ring. I'm in good standing with them here. And I said, hey, this is what happens. And she got back to me and said, oh, thanks for the heads up. So, but to his credit, he did tell her, so that's good. Anyways, I'm about to head out. I'm gonna go over to a place called Auto Trim and Design Niagara. Because I got an idea. I think we're taking the car, potentially, by spring to the next level. I'll explain more later. Anyways, got a new selfie stick. This thing's epic. I should really show you guys this. This thing extends to 67 inches. Holy cow, watch this. Oh, hi, I'm way up here. Hi. Like, it is huge. Here, I'm gonna unmount the camera for a second. So that's the other thing. Can you see that? Like, holy crud. It's aluminum. It's got a huge tripod at the bottom, so it's very stable too. And I can finally connect a proper action camera mount. So now I can see the rear view screen. So I can see what you guys can see, right? So one thing I noticed, one thing I've learned doing this YouTube thing, and then shooting a whole bunch of, what's supposed to be, going back in the dark again. Lighting is another thing I'm learning. One thing I've learned is you got to keep, cars, people, objects in frame. So now when I'm turning the camera around and I say, oh, look at the lovely tree, I'll be able to see the rear view monitor on the camera, so I can keep things in frame better. And to anyone where I cut you off or I cut your car off, or you didn't make it into a video and you thought you were gonna, it was for things like that. Like I try and get as much content as I can, so I'm very objective that way. But unfortunately, sometimes things happen. So, you know, hopefully I haven't upset anyone, or, you know, like, oh, I thought I was going to be in the video. There's probably a reason why. Anyways, truck's all cleaned up. Happy about that. It's way down there. And yep, we'll just forget the dealership. I'm going to take you guys for a little ride. We'll go over to this place called Auto Trim Design. Oh, now you really can't see me. Anyways, doesn't matter. We're going to go over to Auto Trim Design, and we're going to check out what they have to say. I've got some ideas, and I'm going to leave it at that for now. Anyways, we'll get down the road. Let's go. Think of it, there's one more thing to discuss. I did shoot it earlier a couple days ago, but I'm going to shoot it again. Unfortunately, just before Outback, I had a mishap. Distracted, hit a curb. You know the story. I got these wheels over a year ago, and I've been really careful. All it takes is 1 second. And I was leaving the apartment complex. My phone fell off its cradle. And I looked down to grab my phone. And, you know. So, ironically, this showed up the day we left. So this is from Grizzly Trucks. You don't need to know all my details. But it's a Sentali Street SS1. They're Canadian. They're flow formed. These are 20 by 9s. It's a squared fitment, and they're plus 35. So yeah. So I'm not going to bother with it for now. It's not a huge priority, but I do want to get it switched over because it bothers me in the OCD. It will be going to the tire shop on Saturday. All right. Enough of me barking around and chatting. Let's get down the road. Let's go. Okay, we're just rolling into Auto Trim and Signs here in this complex. I've been a customer of theirs in the past. Not recently, but in the past. So I'm going to see what they have to say about what I want to do to this car. So stay tuned for that. Went inside to see them. I got kind of a price range. The fellow was helpful, but clearly not a decision maker on anything. So, you know, he stayed fairly uncommitted in general. I gave them an idea or an outline of what I'm looking at doing, and he answered some questions for me. So think about wrapping the car. But I think in order to cut the cost down, I might take the car off the road early this year, mid-October, instead of running it until Halloween, and then partly disassemble it, right? So I can take the bumper covers off, no problem. I used to do that for a living. I worked at Chrysler in Brampton, where they built the, at the time, the Intrepid, the Concorde, 300M, and the LHS. And I was a front bumper install guy. That's what I did. So I'm not afraid to do that. Front bumper, fenders, obviously headlights, taillights out. The trunk and the spoiler would be easy to do. I was thinking about bringing parts for the car over piecemeal. Obviously my bumper needs bodywork, and I would require the assistance and knowledge of our friend in Nashville to help me with that. Back bumper needs just a tiny bit as well. I'm not going to tell you the color. It's going to be dramatic, but classy. Anyways, that's the idea that is percolating in my brain. Just comes down to the cheddar. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. I have to go and deal with phone plans. I'm actually switching providers today. Not satisfied with the one I have, and I'll be back. Let's go. Okay, back at the storage unit. Just got back from doing some errands, and I bought myself a new chair at Princess Auto. $9. That's in loonies. That's like $6.57 Bald Eagles. 265 pound capacity, and not quite that, and a built-in cooler. And it folds up just like my old one, but it's got a seat back. So then Amanda's coming over after work. She's almost done. We're gonna try a new doohick for the Red Rocket. Yep, could have done with that on the road trip actually. But anyway, So I'm at a crossroads. I've had the car a long time, 11 years. It is obviously a Phantom Black car, Phantom Black in Australia, Panther Black here, whatever it is, it's black. I think it's time to up the game a little bit. Come back from Outback and kind of get motivated. So many awesome cars. So many awesome people, so many awesome cars. You know what I mean? Kind of like thinking we might just pull her apart this winter, or at least into the fall. The hood on the car is not the original hood. The original hood is right there. So, and the reason why the original hood came off is because it was never PPF. So the leading edge of this hood needs bodywork, and then I drilled holes for the original Black Series hood scoops I had. These ones are high bond 3M deal, right? So they're not coming off, but it's really tempting to just say to the wrap place, here, take my hood, here, take my fenders, as the car's off the road, of course. Pull the ground effects, pull the bumper cover, and then just do it a bit at a time. Like, I'm thinking that might be what I do. I'm gonna leave the roof intact, at least for now. So what do you think? What should I do? Leave it and live with the black, or wrap it? And then there's, like this shit here. All these little spots, right? So I know, the guy said to me today, diminish. And there's that. Yeah, but, part of me just wants to just get out the sandpaper and knock it all down and get rid of it once and for all. Maybe primer it, or, lacquer it, whatever. Spray bomb it. And then give her the chimichanga with the wrap, right? So, the car's in good shape overall. But there's a couple little, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's a couple of little, almost like hail hits. One, right there. And then there's some up here, right? So there's one there. There's one there. And those have been there since I bought the car. So that's not me. That's just the way the car came. Used car, right? Nothing's perfect. So yeah, like I said, I'm at a crossroads. I want to do something different. Had a wicked color in mind. I won't be the first to do the color. That doesn't matter. It's a cool color. You guys will like it, I'm pretty sure. But that's at least 6 months away. So I got hit with a big cell phone bill today and negotiated it down somewhat, but it's still not good. So I switched providers, but that's a whole other story. Anyways, I just thought I would share. Got my new chair. That's exciting. Anyone want a bike? Rode it once, other than around here. And the new episode of Maxximum Motors dropped. So it just went live 25 minutes ago at Cars and Coffee at Bigby. So I am going to get on the interwebs while I wait for Amanda to show up and, give that a little nudge. So hope you enjoy it if you watch it. And we'll see you down the road. Let's go. Okay, just walking back to Silverado here. Just buttoned up the car for the night. It is Monday. I go back to work tomorrow. And it's already feeling like fall around here. So, it's still comfortable. Don't get me wrong. But the car season in general is pretty short here. Most cars are put away between Labor Day and Halloween. So today I cleaned up the truck. Going back to work in style. So I got the Meat Hatter, Outback, Bucky's. And we managed to visit Jelly Roll's new place there on Broadway before we came back from Nashville. So yeah, Jelly Roll there. So anyways, that was a sweet RS5 over there. Yep, Audi dealer. Anyways, I'm headed home. I'm going to grab some Wendy's. and I told Amanda I'd bring home food. So that's coming in for now. Gave a little push to the Cars and Coffee thing. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't be afraid to provide feedback on what you would like to see or what you would like to see an improvement with. I'm trying my best, so really want to give this thing a go. Love doing it, and I hope you love the content. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is now Saturday morning, 2 weeks after Outback in the Midwest, and in this episode you've already seen me talking about kind of random things in a behind the scenes episode. Quite honestly, I was hoping by now, or at least this weekend, it's Saturday morning like I said, I'd have the Outback in the Midwest episode out, but I've had a hell of a week, and I'm sure you have too. It's been an interesting week. Not necessarily in a good way. We're not really going to get into that, but I will say God bless Charlie Kirk and his family. Beyond that, I'm on my, or I was on my heavy week at work, so even at my best efforts, downloading all the footage onto my phone, taking my earbuds and trying to edit on the fly doesn't really work. So, I commented on Dan Dillon's post this morning. It's editing this thing is kind of like climbing Mount Everest in a blizzard, and I kind of met it. It's an intimidating thing. I'm at like 25 minutes in. I started with over 100 minutes of raw footage. I think I'm down to like 85, but I'm still editing away. But I don't want to cut out too much, there's an awesome conversation there between myself, Dan, and Sam Hard. And I don't want to edit anything out of that. So you're going to have to bear with. And if it bores you, I apologize in advance. Just fast forward. That's the liberty there, right? So anyways, this morning, without rambling on too much, I am over to my tire wizard. So I've got arrangements to go and see him. As I mentioned earlier in this episode, we're going to get this new wheel mounted on the car. Get the new wheel mounted on the car. And then this wheel here with the rash on it will end up being the spare. So then I got to find a home for it here in the garage. Beyond that, Amanda's not feeling too well, so she's headed home from work early today. So what I'm going to do is just have a short afternoon here at the unit, doing some fiddly stuff. More decisions to make, more thoughts to have. I know my friends from Nashville down at Slush this weekend, so is Dave and Damon from DDE. So if you're there, say hi for me. I'd like to meet those guys one day. Beyond that, I'm going to head over to see James. It's about 10 to 1, so I'm going to go over and see him for 1 o'clock and get the tire done. So I hope you're having a great weekend. You will likely see this footage before you see Outback, only because it's dead easy for me to string together say a half dozen clips and put a little video together behind the scenes than it is to string together 4 dozen clips that, where the footage is over 100 minutes. So I am working on it. Like I said before, get back in the light here. Like I said before, there's lots of great footage to come. There's so much. I can only devote so much time to editing. Maybe one day, things will be more on the fly or off the cuff or however you want to look at it. As for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, I appreciate y'all. You guys are massive. Sam's going to talk about it in the Outback video as well. You all matter. Every single share, every single subscription, every single like matters one way or another. Love you guys, and I will see you down the road. Let's go. Okay, just like that, we are back at the tire shop, and James is underway getting the tires swapped over onto the new wheel. There it is there. So yeah, that's what happens. Things happen, life happens. They're going to keep the front that's on there now as a spare. We'll swap over the center cap. So the HSV one is on there, and we'll be good to go. He'll have me hooked up in no time. I'm not really worried. It is what it is. We ordered the new wheel, I think, the Monday before Outback, and of course, ironically, it showed up Thursday as we were on the road. So is what it is. Tried to get it here before, or even possibly take it down, but it didn't happen. Anyways, I will sync up with you guys when it is remounted and everything is good to go. Let's go. Okay, and just like that, we're back. New wheel installed. I've just been gluing back my shredded sidewall. And so now I got the task of figuring out where the heck I'm going to put the spare wheel, which is boxed. You know, really back of my storage unit here. Things work. Yeah. Anyways, got an idea where I can put it for now, I guess, real quick. But I'm going to head home. Somebody's not feeling well. I did stop off and talk to someone I haven't seen in a while. Maybe one day I can tell you more about Chris. Let's just say I'm not the only black HSV inspired car around these parts of the world. Anyways, leave it at that for now. Alright, well, I'm going to call that a day in an episode, at least for you. I got a couple more things to do around storage unit. I'm going to go home, put a quick behind the scenes episode thingy together for you guys. And then I'm going to work on Outback in the Midwest, the car show episode. Alright, so until next time, hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget, live life to the max. Let's go.